Stop being a tourist. So I've been in Istanbul for about a week now, and I've realized something. Most people who come here are on the wrong side of the river. The version of Istanbul that everyone sees is the Blue Mosque, the Hagia Sophia, and the menus that are written in English. But that's like living in a whitewashed version of a different country. What's the point in that? First thing, I'm not even living on the European side of Turkey. So there are two main sides of Turkey, the European side and the Asian side. I chose to live on the Asian. Times that I've come before, I always stayed on the European side. And that was a mistake. And I figured out pretty quickly that staying on this side of Turkey wasn't just convenient. It was the entire reason that I wanted to see Turkey and Istanbul for what it was. Second thing, we stopped taking taxis. The metro and the train and those like really cool trains that go under the Bosphorus, that's what everyone takes. The really cool thing about switching from taxi to train was that now I'm literally living in the life that normal people on the Asian side of Turkey would be living. Whether that's an old lady who has groceries or a kid that's trying to get to the soccer field, I'm part of Turkey. The third thing, I've picked up almost 30 words, give or take, albeit I've been to Turkey before and I've watched Ertuğrul like 10 times, but I've picked up about 30 words that, I can hold, I wouldn't say a conversation, but I can tell someone if I need something or want something. But seriously, trying to speak Turkish, even if it's one or two words that you're picking up on, locals actually, they start treating you differently. Like if you try and say like salam, but in their dialect, like instead of saying assalamu alaikum, I would say salamun alaikum. And so I know I can't say it properly, but even trying, they really do treat you a little differently. Number 4. This one's a bit hard to explain, but it's probably the most important out of like the whole week. I woke up for Fajr a few times this week because of my dad. And just my dad, he showed me how to experience a slow morning in Turkey. You would get up for Fajr. I would go to the masjid, I would pray, and before Fajr actually, the Imam, he does like 20 minutes of just reading Quran in such a nice voice. But just Ishraq time is like right after, and you can pray and you can get done with that. But it was really nice, slowing down, experiencing the morning, taking in the morning. Number 5. Now let's talk about food. Everyone gets it wrong on the European side, I'm telling you. So many YouTube videos tell you to go like to these famous restaurants, these expensive, whitewashed restaurants, but that's so wrong. This place, a tiny börek shop, 2 blocks from where I'm staying. There were like 5 small tables. The guy working at the counter had been making the same börek for probably like 20 years. It's amazing. I paid like close to nothing for that plate of one serving, which was like breakfast. I would say maybe like $3. And I think that is the best meal that I've had on this entire trip so far. Number 6. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I went to a tourist spot. I ended up at Galata Tower. I didn't do it on purpose. I was looking for 2 particular streets, Music Street and Camera Street. If you know, you know. I went in looking for gear, but I got distracted for like 4 hours, just roaming the streets, looking at cameras and looking at really old, the coolest part was like the old film cameras there. I'd never seen anything like that before. This one guy, he had like a cinema rig, like a whole cinema camera. Okay, I'm geeking out. But anyway, number 7. We're about to do the hammam. Yeah, we're about to do the hammam. I thought we were gonna take off our shirts, but we're good. Turns out we have to take our shirt off. Ugh. No! And I didn't go to like a fancy big one on the European side. I went to a small one here, like really close to where I live. It was called the Shifa Hammam, which means like the healing shower. And you go in, there's a big hot one. You sit and it's and I'm convinced this is the men's equivalent of a spa day. So that's the week. The Asian side, the trains, the bad Turkish, the slow mornings, the börek shop, the accidental tourist stuff, and the hammam. I'm not a local. I'll never be. But I think I figured out how to not be a tourist anymore. And I think that's good enough.